A full-featured smartwatch for under 200 bucks? Not possible. Or is it? Hit that thumbs up and stick around because at the end of this video, I'm going to answer that exact question. All right, so I've been testing this for about a week now, and I must say I'm seriously impressed. This is the KOSPET Magic P10, and this is one of those rare smartwatches that looks premium, performs like a beast, but doesn't kill your wallet in the process. First things first, let's talk about design. This thing has an amazing 1.9-inch AMOLED display, and it pops even in bright sunlight. And the stainless steel bezel, yeah, that doesn't look like a budget watch. But here's the kicker. This is under 200 bucks. First of all, you've got Corning Gorilla Glass on the screen with anti-fingerprint. Look at that. You can't see any fingerprints. That's amazing. I hate fingerprints, constantly cleaning my phones and my watches. So that right there is amazing. And for style, it looks great. You also have multiple band options. It's got a standard band that has the little pin. All you got to do is pull that pin back and it'll pop out. And then you can buy yourself another band and just pop it in there. So you can change this band to fit whatever style it is you want to fit. This has been an amazing daily driver, and it absolutely lives up to real world use. Here's another awesome feature that a lot of watches don't have anymore. It's got an actual crown. You can use this crown to actually bring up the menu, scroll through the menu. That's awesome. So you don't have to worry about if your fingers are wet or greasy. You don't have to worry about smearing on your screen. You just hit the crown, you can scroll it. Awesome. It's also got a little button right here. This button can be programmed with several different features. Like mine, I have programmed for the weather. So I just hit it and it brings up my weather. That's awesome. You can program it to almost any application you want. So you can make it a shortcut for a stopwatch. You can make it a shortcut for your workouts. You program it how you want it to work. And that's pretty awesome. Oh, and if you're into fitness, and I mean any kind of fitness activity, this thing is loaded. The dual band GPS locks on crazy fast and is super accurate. So whether you're running, walking, it's going to track your every move, and it's going to be able to accurately track your steps and the distance in which you traveled. And to get to the sport modes, again, you can just simply hit the crown, you scroll it right here at workouts, and you see you have multiple different workout program modes that you can choose from. I mean, it's almost endless. I mean, elliptical, rowing, boxing, and again, see, I can use the crown and just scroll through it. I mean, you can even track jump roping. I mean, that's awesome, right? So the modes on it for workout and health and fitness are awesome. Oh, and it's also IP69 waterproof rated. So you can take this on your workout, not have to worry about the sweat damaging it. And you know what? If you want to jump in the pool after your workout, leave it on because it's not going to hurt it. You'll have zero problems. Now, here's another awesome feature. Let's talk about health features because this right here is where this really competes with the big name watches. You're going to get 24/7 monitoring for heart rate, blood oxygen, stress, and even your emotions. I know, wild, right? And again, you can access that all right here in the menu. Now, obviously, I don't have it on my wrist right now, so it's not giving you the current heart rate, but you can see like a past heart rate reading it's given. And then you can come back down here to blood oxygen. Again, I don't have the watch on, but you can see my last reading was 96%. So it's got all the settings and features that you would want to be able to track your health. Oh, and another thing, sleep. It tracks your sleep patterns and it can tell you like when you've gone to bed, how much sleep you've gotten, your restfulness. It also tracks your blood oxygen during your sleep. So, it's fantastic. The high-end sensor that this has, the data that it pulls and it tracks, it's super accurate. I haven't had any kind of accuracy issues with steps or any of that. Oh, almost forgot. It tracks your stress level. We all deal with stress, right? So this is able to track your stress levels. Again, I don't have the watch on, so it's not tracking it. And it gives you also a little icon for your mood to show, what kind of mood you're in, which I guess it can take that from your stress level, but that's kind of cool. Oh, here it is, emotion. So you can track your emotion, whether you're good, whether you're sad, whether you're mad. It'll track that for you, which I think is kind of funny. Now, let's say you are getting anxious. You can actually go into a breathing exercise. And so you can set, the duration, pace, and you can actually start a breathing exercise, which that's really cool because, deep breaths are definitely one way you can help control your stress. Of course, music. If I was playing music on the phone right now, you'd be able to, increase the volume, decrease the volume, start, stop, go to the next track, go back a track. It's all right here on the watch. So your phone can be in your pocket and you don't even have to get it out. Oh, here's another nice cool feature, voice assistant. So when you click on this and you set this up actually on the phone, my voice assistant is Gemini. And so once I set that up, I can actually call Gemini up on the phone using the watch. So again, I don't have to have my phone in my hand, which that's pretty cool. Of course, it's got a compass, which is very, very accurate. You do have to do a little, moving around calibration, but once I did the calibration, it's been great. I already showed you the weather app. That's the button here. Oh, here's another cool sensor that most watches don't have, and that's a barometric pressure and altimeter. I don't know many watches that actually have this, and this is actually really cool because barometric pressure can actually help warn you like if storms are coming in, because obviously low pressure, high pressure, the fronts come in and out. That can help you track that. And current altitude, as you're traveling, you're going to be able to see what your elevation changes. So that's kind of cool. Of course, you have your notifications, you have a stopwatch, you have alarms, you have a timer, trusty old calculator, and also another cool feature, remote shutter. Once you open the camera app on your phone, which I'll show you, the camera's face down, so you can't really see anything. But once you have the camera app open on the phone, you simply come into the watch and you go to remote shutter and you hit remote shutter. It opens up this here. Then you hit your little icon there. And as you see, it does a countdown on the phone and the phone will take a picture. That's awesome. So you can set your phone up and you're able to take, pictures remotely. And because of the countdown, you're not having to like hold your watch up, and it's not going to catch you looking at your watch. So you don't have to worry about that. Now the flashlight, basically all that does is turn the screen bright white. So that way, if you are in the dark, you can just simply turn that on. And as you see, that's pretty bright. So then you can just shine it around and you're able to get some light to, see, a keyhole in the door or whatever the case may be. You just simply tap the screen and it'll turn the light off. Now, another cool feature is this has a find phone option. Since it's paired with your phone, all you have to do is tap this right here and you can hear it's playing a song and you can see, and then I got to do is stop and there you go. It's very loud. And that's great because let's say your phone's crammed down on the seat cushion or the couch cushion and you don't know where it's at. You're going to be able to find it with that for sure. One thing I forgot to mention is training plans and for the workouts. Now, I don't really do a lot of working out and training, but you could actually come in here and you could set up training plans on the phone. And I'm going to show you that once I get the app open. Okay, so I went ahead and put the watch on so I can show you the heart rate. I thought it'd be good to show you that. So we'll come in here to heart rate and you just click that and see now it's showing this is my actual current heart rate. 84 beats a minute, I'm pretty calm. Yeah. And see now my emotion is in the green. So I guess that's good. Now, even with all the settings on, even with being able to make Bluetooth phone calls, which, oh yeah, I can show you that where I made some phone calls. So I come in here to call and you can see call logs. You can see where I've actually been able to take and receive calls on the watch. You can sync contacts. And it's super easy. If you want to dial a number direct, you just dial the number direct. The SOS allows you to set a contact that's an emergency contact, and that's what SOS is. But even with all these features turned on, notifications turned on, tracking sleep, tracking my walking, I've been able to get about 5 days worth of battery. And let me just tell you, 5 days worth of battery is amazing. That's easy 4 to 5 times longer than any smartwatch that I've ever seen on the market. Charging it is super easy. They provide you this USB cable that connects to the watch via a magnet. And so it's easy to charge. It went from about 10% to 100% in just maybe a little over an hour, which is fast. You can pretty much use any USB charging block as long as it's USB-A. Most of the time, you're looking to get like 24 hours. And the fact that I got 5 full days on the first battery, that was amazing. And I would imagine that as you wear it longer and it kind of learns and you kind of get into a pattern, you could probably extend that even further. So now I'm going to show you the app. The app is Apexmove, and you can actually get it on the Android or iOS App Store. So you just go search for the Apexmove app and you install it. You set your account up. I've already got my account set up. Obviously, in order to get the watch configured, I had to set the account up. You pair the watch, and this is what you're looking at. So here's one thing that I really, really like about this watch is the face store. There's a lot of other manufacturers that you have to buy all their watch faces. But with KOSPET and Apexmove, they give you tons of free watch faces. And they're awesome watch faces. Like this watch face is fantastic. Oh, and another thing, I almost forgot to show you. So every time that the watch kind of goes to timeout, it changes the lock screen. When you have your arm at rest and it goes into its like timeout mode, it changes. See, I know it's kind of hard to catch it when it's looking like that because I'm moving my hand. See there? A different one every time. I like that. I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of unique. These are like top 3 they give you. And this Phantom Fleet, I actually use that for a little bit. I really, really like it. There's just tons of free watch faces. And I really like that because I like to change my watch face up every now and then. I don't always like looking at the same one. Here's where you can set your goals. So like I've set 5,000 steps, 300 calories, and a distance of 1.9 miles. Now, here's one thing I really like too about this. They give you very granular permissions. So let's say that you want, all permissions, but you don't want camera access. You can actually turn camera access off. Obviously, when you don't have something on, you're going to limit the watch's capability and functionality. So it kind of just depends on what you want, but you are able to come in here and really granularly control it. Contact permissions, let's say you don't want any contacts synced. You can turn that off. And then you also have third-party apps. So here you can connect to Samsung Health, Google Health, which is now Google Fit, and Strava. I believe Strava is an iOS app. And it's just a way for you to be able to actually pull more health information in. So then we go into the watch itself right here. You got to do is click the watch and it goes into this other area. Here it tells you your GPS signal. And it's saying that obviously I got a really strong signal. It's valid. So we're good on GPS. This right here is my Bluetooth connection to my phone. So we're good on Bluetooth. That's what allows you to do your phone calls, get your notifications, things like that. You come here to display. You can set the screen timeout. And I use automatic brightness, but you can turn that off and then you can set the brightness manually. Turn this all the way up. The watch face gets brighter, and I can turn this down and the watch face dims. But I like to use automatic. I find that gives me the best battery and best functionality. Find your device. It's now ringing my watch from my phone, which before we tested it going the other direction. So that's nice. SMS quick reply. So when you get a text message, you can, click one of these like pre-made replies, and you can also click this right here and you can add your own. Of course, contacts. I just have a few contacts. You can sync those. You can add them manually, notifications and reminders. And here's one thing that's really nice. Again, you have to turn on certain permissions, okay? And you're able to come in here and actually turn on or off notifications from specific applications. So like I don't have, my TikTok and Instagram and all that set up on here at the moment. But let's say I did have TikTok and I wanted to get notifications from that app, I would just simply turn that on. Same with Instagram, YouTube, that's Facebook Messenger, Gmail. You're able to turn these on and off. So SMS reminder, this basically, you turn this on so that way when you do get a text message, it'll show up on your watch. Now, this is also pretty nice, sedentary reminder. So like me, I'm in technology. I sit at a desk all day long, and it's nice to be able to have something set up to where it's like, hey, you need to get up and move a little bit. And I've started taking little walks at work just to kind of keep my blood flowing. Because, when you're sitting in a chair 8 hours a day, staring at a computer screen, it can actually get kind of tiring. Water reminder, again, it's important to drink a lot of water. Sometimes, again, we get busy and we forget. You can set this reminder that it'll alert you like, hey, you need to drink your water. And you set the start time and end time because obviously you don't want it, alerting you in the middle of the night. And you set the cycle. So you can do every hour. You can do every 45 minutes, every 2 hours. Here's health monitoring settings. And again, here's where you're going to set for heart rate, right? So I have it set for 24-hour measurement every 10 minutes. And I have my high rate set to 140 beats per minute, and low at 50. Those are basically the defaults, and I didn't change it, because I didn't really think I needed to change that. Obviously, if my heart rate's 140 beats a minute, I'm doing some pretty heavy activity. Same with blood oxygen. You set the cycle at which how often you want it to check your blood oxygen, and if you want it to be 24 hours or not, which I just leave mine on. And of course, low blood oxygen reminder, if you are, let's say you're in a high elevation, right? Your blood oxygen is going to drop. So this could be a very important setting if you do a lot of, rock climbing, mountain climbing. Like my son went to Everest Base Camp beginning of this year, and this would have been a really handy feature had he had a smartwatch, which he didn't have one, but that would have been nice. Of course, here's stress settings again. Turn on 24-hour measurements. Every 5 minutes, it checks my stress level. Mood settings, again, that's a little smiley face. 24-hour measurements, 5-minute cycles, and that's where you can kind of set all of that. Here's some watch settings that you can set. So I have a do not disturb set for 11 to 6 a.m. So in the middle of the night, it's not going to buzz. It's not going to chirp at me. It's not going to wake me up. But anything outside of that, I'll get notifications. Sound and vibration. Again, you can set the volume. You can turn on silent mode, which is nice. And this is another really nice feature, off wrist lock. So again, if you were to use a pin to lock your watch, you could turn this on. So when you take it off of your arm, it'll automatically lock the watch immediately. So that way, if someone, let's say somebody rips your watch off of your arm or they steal it, it's going to lock it and they can't get into it. So that's a nice security feature. Of course, here's where you update firmware. And of course, if you want a factory reset, you can do that here. And then this gives you an about, gives you current software version, gives you the MAC address, and gives you the device model. So the bottom line, the KOSPET Magic P10 is the real deal. And yes, you can absolutely have a full feature smartwatch for under 200 bucks. This is proof positive. This has been an amazing watch. I really, really like this device. And the fact that it's going to be retailing for $129, that's amazing. You can't find a better deal on a smartwatch with as many features as what this has. So whether you're juggling work, workouts, or you just want a really nice watch that looks fantastic, that's got great functionality, this is a watch for you. This thing punches way above its price tag. Look, I'm going to drop a link in the description below so you can go check it out for yourself. If you've got any questions, drop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.